Strat-O-Matic Excel Carryover League. Brought to you by the Shrimp Troll.
(1974 to 1977). Welcome back, baseball fans. 1974-77 Carryover League, another opening day in the National League. And we have a battle today between the expansion Portland franchise and the St. Louis Cardinals. This is just moving halfway through opening day battles. All the first and second place teams have done their schedule. So now we're moving into teams who were in third a year ago. And Portland, in an easy division. St. Louis in a difficult division. They attacked off-season a little differently. In the case of Portland, they found that Bobby Tolan comes back with like a 266 card. They added Dave Moats, undrafted free agent. Ted Martinez, bring him back with a better card. Carbo back with a better card. Bloomberg back. Montgomery, all 60s are new cards. Top 6 hitters. William McGraw and Art Howe, the same card from a year ago. Jerry Royce still the ace. They had Tom Griffin in the rotation and Joe Kerrigan to close things out. A lot of card changing, not a general influx of more talent or so. Pretty much just status quo, kind of, sort of, maybe. Cardinals, on the other hand, have a lot of optimism, as this was a fantastic draft for young players. Gary Templeton's on the team now, batting second, playing shortstop. Keith Hernandez, now on the team, bats seventh at first base. They went out and got Hall of Famer Frank Robinson to come back to the National League for one more year. Maybe give his former teammate, the Cincinnati Reds, some trouble. They got Simmons and Reggie Smith, back-to-back switch hitters, batting third and fourth. And they have added John Denny to be the number 2 starter. John Denny is a really outstanding 1976, 11-9, 252. Let's get to the pitching matchups, because there's going to be a somewhat of a curveball, you could say, in that regard. For Portland, no surprise, it's their ace, Jerry Royce. Will take the hill, the lefty. He had been with St. Louis and Houston, then Pittsburgh, then, of course, the Dodgers. Later in his career, he was with the Brewers. 75, he's 18-11 with a 2.54 ERA in 237 innings. And the Cardinals, they're going to be the first team not to start their ace or even a number 2 starter. Because it's in St. Louis, they are starting new number 4 starter, Bob Gibson, today. He's been pushed down to the 4 spot. Doesn't mean anything when you're pitching an open day, though, does it, folks? So Bob Gibson gets his final. This is the farewell tour. We've determined that Bob Gibson's not going to be coming back next year with his 75 card, as it's not very good. Don't like to see Hall of Famers suffer when they can easily retire. But this card is not as good as the 4 Shendeni cards, so it's a good move for the Cardinals to push him down to 4. But for the fans here in St. Louis, they want to see their guy one more time on opening day. Gibson was 11-13 with a 383 earned run average in 240 innings in 1974. And just for comparison's sake, he has the worst earned run average in the rotation. And if you want to take a deeper dive, just as a point of reference, he's got the worst earned run average on his whole team. That's all right. That's fine. Somebody has to, right? So Bob Gibson, kind of a dubious, probably, of course, never would have happened otherwise. But it's still a decent card, and they want him on opening day. Runs into any problems. They got a nice bullpen they could bring in for him. They really want to win this opening series to the Cardinals to show that they actually are competing for the division with the Reds, Pirates, and Cubs. And having a also ran opponent would be a great step in that direction. So let's get started from Bush Memorial in St. Louis. Ain't the beer cold? Leading off, it's Bobby Tolan of the Bells. 43, first X. First ground ball hit to Keith Hernandez. He's a 2E13 with a 77 card. And he makes the play. Dave Moats, 2-8 is a walk. Nice little 274 hitter there. B Steeler as well. Simmons got a +1 arm. Let's try stolen base. Let's get the season off for the Portland team. He steals and is safe. And Simmons' T rating. Here, look at the Montgomery card there. He is a E7. No. So he just gets the stolen base, no T rating on that one. Ted Martinez, 67, is a K. And with 2 outs, it's Bernie Carbo, former Cardinal. 111 grounds the third. Bottom of the first, it's Lou Brock, 2-5, base hit for your AAA Steeler. He's taken off, and he is safe. He's one of the guys who could steal third with less than 2 outs. You know, not with nobody out, though. Gary Templeton, making his Major League debut. 54, lines are short. You want to, what's the arm of Montgomery here? +1. Nah, let these guys swing away. Ted Simmons, short X. Shortstop is Art Howell. He is bad at short now. 40-48. He commits the error. Runners on the corners for Reggie Smith. And 2-7 is a 6-4-3 double play. Reggie Smith used this card for the Winter Baseball Classic and absolutely lit it up. And as soon as he comes to St. Louis, whoops, double play on his card. Top of the second, it's Ron Bloomberg. 68's a walk. Bob Montgomery. He also walks. Tommy McCraw. He strikes out. Art Howe. Fielder's choice. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Ken McMullen. 48, single 1-3. He cannot get it. He lines out. Frank Robinson. Nice little ovation for the Hall of Famer who bounced around to a bunch of different teams. At the end of his career, he actually played on the Portland franchise a few years ago. He's played on the Cleveland franchise. He's played on the Houston franchise. He's on the Cardinal franchise now. That's Frank. Frank just likes to travel. He's got a suitcase. His Baltimore career and his Cincinnati career is long gone. 58, flies to left. Mike Tyson, 2-4, short. And Keith Hernandez making his Major League debut. He walks. Jim Wolford, 57. He Ks. We go to the third. Bobby Tolan of the Bells. 1-5, flies right. Dave Moats, 66. He's on again. Double 104, base hit. Ted Martinez, 39, flies to left. And with 2 outs, Bernie Carbo, 33, flies to center field. Bottom of the third, it's Ken Reitz, 64, third X. McMullen's a 3E10. Nice defense there. But a rare error on an E10 third baseman. It's a good E rating. Reitz is on for Lou Brock. 211. Pops out. Gary Templeton, 111. Pops out. And with 2 outs, it's Ted Simmons. He lines a short. We go to the fourth. Pitcher's duel. Ron Bloomberg, 46. Single 114 off of the Gibson card. Gets it. Montgomery, 34, flies to center. Tommy McGraw, 35, single 1-3, does not get it. No, with 2 outs. Art Howell, 49, roller to second base, and Bob Gibson giving up just a couple hits in 4 frames today. Reggie Smith, 45. There you go, Reggie. That's how you do it. 45, triple 1-4, base hit. Frank Robinson, 48, walk. We're getting to the Royce card now. 2 on for Mike Tyson, 43. Hit the column, missed it though. Royce is an E0. This is practically a double play. And it is. Needed to get the single to get out of that one. Runner on third with 2 outs for Keith Hernandez. And Keith Hernandez, let's take a look at the youngster's card. Not a rookie. I think Hernandez and Templeton have been around a couple years. Maybe I think Hernandez has been around 3 years. But it's taken him this long to finally get into the league. And he's got a full season in 77, hitting .291 with 15 homers. 630 plate appearances. 41 doubles. Do not overlook that. And, of course, a great defense. 1-7, double one makes it single ... and that scores the run from third. 1-0. Jim Wolford, 55, second X. Second baseman Martinez. It's a 3E something. Well, that's not going to work. I got to know exactly what it is. 3E8. My goodness, Ted Martinez. He can 3E8 second baseman makes the play. We go to the fifth. 1-0. Now, we're not asking Bob Gibson to throw a shutout, folks. Making it hard on the guy. Ken McMullen, 45, short X. Templeton, first ball hit to him. Not good now. Oh, he's a 2E36. He's actually pretty good. Eventually it'll be a 1. He makes the play. Bobby Tolan, 3-7 is a K. And with 2 outs, Dave Moats, 4-11. Left X, left field. Uh-oh, this is Brock, a 4-11. He catches the ball. How about a team with Hall of Famers Lou Brock, Frank Robinson, and Bob Gibson in the lineup? 3 Hall of Famers in this one for your St. Louis Cardinals. How about that? All right. Bottom of the 5th. Let's pause a moment for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
Low scoring affair. We've seen a lot of low scoring opening days. My commentary is that sometimes it takes a while to get the lineup the way you want it to go. Figuring out, and some teams even have guys who should be playing who aren't, and they will eventually get in, and other guys will, the slummy players might just go to the bench, and you get like a Wally Pipp situation or something like that. So it's there's a clunkiness to opening day weekend here in the Carryover League, and it normally gets a lot more interesting, of course, as we get towards the playoffs and the postseason and all that. Ken Reitz leads off. 1-8, grounds are short. Lou Brock, 46, single 1 to 15, base hit. He's taken off, we know that, and he's going to be safe. Gary Templeton with a runner in scoring position. A duck in the pond. Base hit Templeton. And how about the youngsters? Hernandez and Templeton with your RBIs. This is what the team needed a year ago. They had Ted Sizemore and I forget who else. They had Bill Sadakis at first base. They had Junior Kennedy in shortstop. You know, it was a struggle. But now they got some guys. So good news for the Cardinals. Now, do you want Templeton to take off? He's a B. Let's let our switch hitters go. I want to see these guys start swinging. Simmons and Smith. Ted Simmons. 5-11, he walks. 2 on, 1 out for Reggie Smith. Big moment here. 39 is a walk. Bases loaded, 1 out. Let's give Gibby some insurance runs in a 2-0 game. It's Frank Robinson. Let's take a look at the card before he swings, folks. Frank Robinson, 75. He's your Cleveland Indian. 237, 9 homers, 118 at-bats. That is a lot of home runs if you're wondering. That's a 40-homer card. He'd play a full season, folks. Crush absolutely destroys homers versus righties. And against lefties, he actually has the walks. What's always curious is that they put injuries on cards like this, and they're designated hitters, which normally doesn't get an injury. But he's got an injury on 10, so not even worried about that. Frank Robinson, bases loaded, 1 out, 2-0 game. Let's see if he can increase the lead. Here's pitch. 58 off of Royce. There's a sac fly, and it's a 3-0 game. And with 2 outs, it's Mike Tyson. 2-6, grounds the third. I think Gibby's can't lose today. I think he'll be gone. by the time he puts 3 guys on base in the same inning. So, point of weakness or otherwise. Top of 6, it's Ted Martinez. 57's a K. Bernie Carbo, 1/7's a K, and with 2 outs, it's Ron Bloomberg. 66, double 104, it's a base hit. And now I got to deal with the difficult Bob Montgomery. 56 is a strikeout for Bob Gibson, who's, you know, only given up 3 hits today. And also, folks, yeah, I put it in the description. There's a no-hitter on YouTube. The only no-hitter I've ever thrown while broadcasting on YouTube, I've thrown other no-hitters, it is by Bob Gibson. And we'll have the link in the description if you want to watch that no-hitter. So, bottom of the 6th inning here in St. Louis. It's a nice opening day for fans. Sun came out and they're happy seeing a 3-0 lead. The youngsters contributing, and their old man Gibson's not too old. Keith Hernandez, 1-9, flies to center. Jim Wolford, 2-9, rolls the third. And Kenny Reitz, 35, is a 2-base hit. Back up top to Lou Brock, who's reached twice. 1-6. Did we look at this card? I don't think we looked at it. Let's take a look at the Lou Brock card of 1974. And it must have been wild to see those triple A's appear up there. The first time that would happen in the advanced rules. And it didn't happen again until, I think, 1980 when LaFleur and Henderson did it. Usually reserved for those 100-plus steal guys. But what a great offense, too. We like the 61 walks and a 306 average for Lou. 1-6 here is a single to center field. Do we want to run Kenny Reitz? He's normally slow. He is. He's an 8. 8, 9, 10, 9. Let's let Templeton hit away here. Sometimes you get more runs instead of the one you're trying to run. So normally I don't run 8s, 8 running slow guys. In the spirit of the game. Runners in the corners, 2 outs. It's Gary Templeton. 69 off Royce is a pop to first. It stays 3-0 into the 7th. Can the Cardinals improve their defense? Yeah, they can actually. Yeah, let's take Lou Brock out since Frank Robinson's coming up this inning. Put Bate McBride in center field. Bate McBride will take over in center. Wolford will move over to the left. We're not going to go with a defensive catcher yet, unless because this team shows no base stealing prowess. We go to the 7th. It's Tommy McCraw. 43, first X. It's Hernandez. A 2 at first makes the play. Art Howell, 2-8 to base hit. Ken McMullen, 49 off Gibby, is second C. Runner in scoring position, 2 outs for Bobby Tolan of the Bells. 46 is single 1 to 14. He cannot catch it on a 20. Big old 20 pops up right in time for Bob Gibson. And the shutout continues. The fans are on their feet here in St. Louis. Wow, what a game. Stretch time here. We are enjoying getting funkier all the time. The complete Josie reprise and Warner recordings of the meters from 68 to 77. Sissy Strut, sophisticated sissies on this one. They're all here. All of them. Everyone. Ease back. Yeah. Soul Machine. Look at Papa. Look at Papa's on here. Yep. This is awesome. I think they're... Wichita Lyman should be here too. Let's throw this one down. Give you a little bit more volume here, folks. Making Glenn Campbell sound better than ever. Bottom of the 7th. All right, Royce, he's had a decent day. No reason to hook him. He's the ace of the team. It's still chasing a win, down just 3. Ted Simmons. 69 pops to first. Reggie Smith. 46 double 1 and 2, base hit. Frank Robinson, 210, strikeout. And injury. Well, in the spirit of the game and the fact that we don't need his defense anymore, we'll get him out. Ryan will come in and catch. Simmons will go to DH. And with 2 outs, Mike Tyson, 47. Base hit center field for Tyson. And with 2 on and 2 outs, it's Keith Hernandez. 1-8 flies to right. Cardinals have left a lot of men on base. We're into the 8th inning. We have Al Rabowski and Chuck Taylor warming. The batter is Dave Moats. 110, Dave Moats having himself a day. He's got 2 hits, 2 for 3 and a walk. I got Ted Martinez. 48, single 1 to 3. He cannot catch it. They haven't caught anything. Again, it's a single 1 to 3, single 1 to 14, and a 1 to 3. They missed all those. Bernie Carbo, a couple of lefties coming up. You got to navigate this old Gibby. Let's see how he does with the first one. 59, second X. Tyson. He's a 2E27 second baseman. It's a ground ball C. A runner at second. With 2 outs, Ron Bloomberg. 47, that's a base hit to center field. You want to run Moats? Yeah, he's a good runner. 15, 16, 17. Plus arm for Mr. What's his doodle? McBride in center. It's 3-1. And now you get the scenario of Bob Gibson versus the righty. And I am going to hook him. I know it wouldn't give him a loss, but I'm going to pull him after 23 thirds, as we like to say. Just so that the fans can give him a round of applause. He'll leave with a 3-1 lead, a runner at first, and 2 outs. And I'm going to make a move for 2 reasons. Let's take a look at the Bob Montgomery card first. So Bob Montgomery, again, just a small amount of plate appearances, 44 of them, but he's still got a strat card, all the extra base hits versus righties, and fewer home runs against lefties. That works out perfectly because I'm bringing in a lefty, Al Rabowski. Let's take a look at Al Rabowski. Yeah, guys, he gives up no homers to righties. This is the great Rabowski year of 75. 13-3, .67 ERA in 97 innings. There are a lot of Cardinals in some of their best years. Rabowski is one of them. I would say Denny might be in the best one of his. You know, Ted Simmons certainly in his best card. Reggie Smith probably in his best St. Louis card. Lou Brock in his best card. So you see a lot of that on this team. Rabowski comes on in the 8th to face Bob Montgomery, the tie run. And here is the pitch. 3-5 Montgomery walks. And there are 2 on for Tom McCraw. 2-9 is a grounder to first and the inning's over. All right, let's turn down the rally music and all. Left it on there a little too long, and Portland started to rally. All right, 3-1 in the bottom of the 8th. We'll take Royce out after 7, and we'll give a reliever a chance. Let's give Dick Bosman. We really like this card. Dick Bosman will come in 75, 11-6, 3.64 ERA, and 151 innings for your Oakland A's. A starter 5, relief 4 who threw 151 innings. That's a great candidate for a long man. He comes on in the 8th. He will face Jim Wolford. 69, homer 1 of 5, and he flies out. Ken Reitz. 1-6, grounds are short. And back up top, it's to break McBride in the Brock spot. It's actually an improvement. Grounds are first for McBride. We'll go to the 9th. Portland's been hanging in this thing the whole time. Do they try and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat and disappoint the folks in St. Louis? Not if Al Rabowski can prevent that from happening. So leading off with a lefty out there, Hal, McMullen, and then some pinch hitters. But Art Howe will lead off. 69 is a fly to center. Now you got McMullen, who hits a ton of homers against lefties. 69, center field. And with 2 outs, we'll have the game's first pinch hitter. Batting for Bobby Tolan of the Bells. This is the perfect pinch hitter when you're down, when you need a base runner. Glenn Borgman. Let's take a look at Glenn. Glenn had a lot of fun in 1976. Standing in the batter's box and watching the balls go by, as we like to say. He drew 19 walks in 84 plate appearances. This stunning card it'll hit you 246, but it'll give you about like a 430, 440 on base percentage. We'll take that, particularly when we need a base runner late in the game. So here is Glenn Borgman trying to reach and set up a potential game-tying 2-run homer. Here's the pitch to Glenn Borgman. 49 off of Hrabowski. You got the walk there. Just like a heat-sinking missile, he finds the one walk on the Hrabowski card. And now, batting for Dave Moats. Oh, we're going to go Chet Lemon. Chet Lemon will be the pinch hitter. Let's take a look at Chet. 76 White Sox. He hadn't really put it together then. Just a 246 average. 490 plate appearances. Played a lot. Didn't play that well with the stick. Better against lefties than righties. And the White Sox just did not act aggressively trying to keep him with Ken Henderson on the team. And so he got snookered away from the White Sox. Big moment. Al Hrabowski to Chet Lemon. Here's the pitch. 2-9 is a roller to third, and the Cardinals do indeed get the victory on opening day. And Bob Gibson is a winner. Al Hrabowski gets the save. Jerry Royce takes a defeat in a 3-1 Cardinals win. After the break, we'll give you the results of the rest of the series, so stick around. All right, folks, here's the box score of Game 1 that you just saw. The Cardinals opening day 3-1 victory. The line for Bob Gibson, 7 2/3, 6 hits, a run, 3 walks, 6 Ks. Hrabowski got the final 4 outs for the save, did walk a couple batters. Decent day for Jerry Royce in defeat, 7 innings, 9 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, a couple strikeouts. Middle innings, singles and some walks. Seeing the Cardinals draw some walks now, being more patient than previous years with this particular roster. Let's see if that plays out as the series continues. Game number 2. Clay Kirby for Portland and Bob Forsch for the Cardinals. It all happens early for the Cardinals. It's a single, a Brock stolen base, a single. Double play scores the run, no RBI given. Then in the second inning, you got a walk to Frank Robinson, a single, and then a walk to Junior Kennedy, and then a double play scores another run. But Brock gets an RBI single, as does McBride, and that's 4 runs, helped by the 2 walks. Double plays in there, so only 2 RBI of the 4 runs provided. And another Cardinal pitcher, this time Bob Forsch, is sailing along. Just a run in the 4th, runs into some trouble in the 7th, allowing the tie run to bat. The Cardinals go to Steve Mangori. He gets the final out of the 7th inning to hold the 4-3 lead. He continues on into the 9th, walks the batter. Chuck Taylor gets the first 2 batters out, and then they bring in Hrabowski just to get a cheap 1-batter save as he faces a tie run, or the lead run actually, and induces, let's see, he actually also faced Glenn Borgman, the leadoff hitter, and he flew out to end the game. So it's a 4-3 Cardinal win. 4 6 1/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. And now Hrabowski's got 2 saves in an inning and 2/3 this year. Cardinals doing what they're supposed to do. Nothing spectacular, but yeah, you got to do this. You got to get these wins against a clearly inferior team. And we go to Game 3 in Portland. And Cardinals begin a separation here, folks. We have John Curtis, the lefty, versus Tom Griffin, a guy who was put on waivers a year ago by the Houston. And Portland thought they had a steal because he could pitch on 3 days rest, but he didn't pitch like a steal today, folks. He just lost control in this game terribly. Cardinals, 3 walks in the 2nd inning, but they were all stranded. No such luck in the 3rd. 2 walks, another double play that scores a run, but then you get a Reggie Smith single and a Keith Hernandez double for a couple runs. You get a double, a walk, couple singles in that inning, 3 more walks in the 5th. It's 8 runs, all here on a terrible day for Tom Griffin. 5 innings, 7 hits, 9 walks, 8 runs, 3 strikeouts. And that'll just about do it. Curtis gives up an RBI double in the 7th. In the 6th, he gives up an error by the second baseman, a couple doubles, leads to 2 more runs. It's an 8-3 game. Jackie Brown, he was in the rotation a year ago. The rotation's full. It's maxed out. So he has to go to the bullpen this year. And he pitches the last couple of innings to convert an 8-3 victory for the St. Louis Cardinals. And yes, that is a 3-game sweep. And this is what they were hoping they would get coming out of the blocks. Come out of the blocks strong, win the series, hopefully winning 3 straight. They did exactly what they needed to do. Now, on the other hand, for Portland, they could take some solace that a year ago, division rival Arizona Diamondbacks started 0-10 and won the division. So there you go. So now it's pretty much the amount of pressure on these two teams is 180 degrees apart. The Cardinals are an intense pressure in division, the toughest division in baseball with the Reds, Pirates, and Cubs. And Portland, in their division, it's like pulling a name out of a hat to see who the division winner is. Somebody's going to go to win the division, and it might be Portland. The stats don't reflect it, though. Cardinals outscored Portland 15-7 in the series. Portland hit .219 with a 5.40 ERA. And the Cardinals, they look really good, hitting .300, ERA of 2, and a bunch of walks. They walked 18 times, only struck out 12 times. Of course, Lou Brock's got 5 stolen bases. No homers yet. That could be something we need to watch moving forward. They do have plenty of power. They got Frank Robinson. They got Simmons. They got Rich Smith. There's power in this lineup, but it hasn't produced yet. Hasn't been necessary. Break up the St. Louis Cardinals. They get the best record in baseball, folks. St. Louis Cardinals, 3-game sweep to start the year. Thanks for checking this out. We'll see you next time.